Time magazine has named U.S. President-elect Donald Trump its Person of the Year. The recognition comes on the same day Trump rang the opening bell at the New York Stock Exchange. Time's editor-in-chief said Trump was the person who, quote, for better or for worse, had the most influence on the news this year. Sam Jacobs added that Trump made a historic comeback, reshaped the presidency, and is reordering American politics. He was also Time's Person of the Year, in case you forgot, back in 2016. All right, let's go to Washington now. My colleague, Benjamin Alvarez Gruber, is there. Benjamin, what is Time magazine saying about how it reached this decision? It wasn't a big surprise, but it could have been a big surprise.
That's right. It wasn't a big surprise. We had some rumors already yesterday. This is usually a difficult decision. That's what the magazine said, but it was not the case this year. The magazine's editor-in-chief, Sam Jacobs, referred to Donald Trump's win as a historic comeback. And he also said that it's hard to argue with the fact that the person who's moving into the Oval Office is the most influential person in news. And with this, President-elect beat a short list of this finalists for this title that also included Vice President Kamala Harris, Russian economist Yulia Navalnaya, the widow of Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny, being now named the Time Person of the Year for the second time after 2016, as you just said.
And Benjamin, tell us a little bit more about the interview that Trump gave to Time magazine.
It was a wide-ranging interview, reading time 59 minutes, so an hour, that touched on several topics from his election victory, the economy, the wars in Ukraine, also in the Middle East, and his plans for the second administration. So if we look at the first one of these topics that I just named, one of them is Ukraine, where he criticized the use of US-supplied missiles for attacks deep into Russian territory. He also reiterated, when we look at the US, that he's going to pardon most of those convicted in riots at the US Capitol on January 6, 2021. And a third thing that also stood out for me during this interview is that he said that he would consider altering childhood vaccination programs in the US. He said he would have discussions with Robert F. Kennedy Jr., this vaccine skeptic that he nominated to run the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. He did not explicitly say the vaccines cause autism, a false claim that has been debunked several times. But when he was pressed, he said that very serious testing indeed is needing. And Time magazine wrote that, and he said that merely suggesting it is also creating this alignment, affirming an alignment with the misinformation that has been fueled by anti-vaccine movement for years.
And I remember, back in 2016, when Time put him on the cover, it was a big deal. It generated a lot of headlines. It's doing that this year as well. What's been the reaction there in the United States?
So the reaction has been different to 2016. As you said, there were some rumors already saying that he would be the person of the year, but also what's quite similar when we look at those interviews that they made, that now the Time magazine also provided a fact check and context of several of Trump's statements, that ranging from numbers on migration, false claim on gender affirmation surgeries, crowd sizes, just to name a few of them. And Trump himself called this a tremendous honor, saying that he liked it this time even better, referring, as you said, to the 2016 when Time magazine named him Person of the Year for the first time after winning the presidency.
Benjamin Alvarez Gruber with the latest in Washington. Benjamin, thank you.